commerce to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse breaks, and we keep the hype, you feel me? VeVe digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned to OG Vault, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vault, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales, skeleton in a suit. MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From commerce to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse race, and we keep it hype, you feel me? VeVe digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned to OG Vault, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vault, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales, skeleton in a suit. MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From commerce to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse race, and we keep it hype, you feel me? VeVe digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned to OG Vault, the alpha here is crazy.
In the dark of the night, when the moon's hanging low, there's a place where the wildest of tales start to grow. Me know the skeleton, with his bony grin, and Vault his co-host, let the stories begin. From the paranormal to the political scene, we dive into the unknown, if you know what I mean. Cryptocurrency madness, gaming world so vast, we're bringing you the future and echoes from the past. Tales from the crypto where the shadows come alive. Mo and Vault are your guides, let's take a dive in the crypto secrets, we unravel the law. Hold on tight, cause we've got so much more. Whispers of ghosts in the halls of the old, haunted by the memories of stories untold. Political shadows creeping in the night. Mo and Vault, we're shining the light. From the paranormal to the political scene, we dive into the unknown, if you know what I mean. Cryptocurrency madness, gaming world so vast, we're bringing you the future and echoes from the past. Tales from the crypto where the shadows come alive. Mo and Vault are your guides, let's take a dive in the crypto secrets, we unravel the law. Hold on tight, cause we've got so much more.
What's up, everybody? It's time for this week's Tales from the Crypto. We are back, me and MoKnowz. Sorry about the technical difficulties last week. We had to cancel on you due to my computer messing up. And this week, we're going to have a little bit of a short show. Mo's got something going on he's going to let you know about. What's up, Mo?
What up, brother? What up, Shaq? Yeah, it is Derby week, so we got the major championship races. And I am hosting it with my boy Boston. So, yeah, it'll be 5:59. I'll be ducking on out and running down to the racetrack. I'm actually already here. Normally, you know, at the pyramids for Tales from the Crypto. But
right, I see you.
Right now, we are already here live at the track, getting ready for the big $10,000 per race night here at the track.
Let's go. Yeah, and we got some cool stuff to talk to you about. We're going to kind of speed run through some of the topics because we only have an hour. Mo's got to get ready for a big race that he has to call tonight. And for some reason, my chat's messed up. It's going to literally take me 2 seconds. Let me fix this chat, and we'll get this party started. Boom. Fixed. Done. All right, let's go. Shout out to all the homies in the chat. We are streaming on Twitch as well. You can see Mo's over there watching on Twitch. Tom says Tucson. That's what I like to see. Yeah, at least we got one viewer over there on Twitch. I'm just kind of practicing multi-streaming. I'm going to be doing it on Twitter as soon as I get my blue check mark. Like I was telling Mo, unfortunately, I had to give good old Alon an $8 to get my stupid blue check mark so I could stream over there, even though I don't like the guy. What's up, Dane K? Good to see you, my man. Says no need to turn his volume up. Mo is low mic. Oh, Hey.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
All right, that's on me.
Rebuilding the stream chat.
We are rebuilding the stream.
Goes into this.
Let me try to do it this way so I don't mess up all my other streams.
Mic check, mic check. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. I feel like I'm back at the recording studio.
Ew, that's
Mic check, mic check.
speakers. Okay.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
There he is, coming through loud and clear. Sorry about that, everybody. Say something again, Mo, just to make sure.
Mic check, mic check.
Yeah,
Testing
yeah.
1 2. What up, chat? What up, Vault? How you doing? How you doing?
Sorry about that. Thank you, chat. Hopefully that should fix on all the scenes, or we won't have to do that every time like the last time we rebuilt this stream. Sorry about that. Thank you, everybody, for letting us know. And as Mo was saying, if you didn't hear him because he was a little bit low there, thanks to my horrible production skills, he has a major race going on Photo Finish Live, the Solana horse racing game that we are both into. It's going on tonight in about 2 hours, so we got to get out of here at 6 o'clock my time, of an hour from now, so it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream than usual. We got Denny OC in the house. Ahoy, ahoy, my man. Good to see you. It says best show on Tuesdays. Yeah, we fixed that. Sorry about that. What's up, Woody? Good to see you, my man. Kryptoni's in the building. Let's go. Let's go ahead and jump into our topics. Our first topic, as always, is going to be about paranormal activity. Of course, the drone stuff is going on. I hear a lot of people saying nobody's talking about the drones anymore. And then when I look into it, it's like the videos are still coming out. It's just people aren't interested anymore. I feel like they're not interested in it because they're not getting any answer. So, I mean, they're just getting bored with it. And
Well,
even,
that's what it is. It's
What's that?
human psychology, right? Of the brain. So it's like you got 24-hour tests, 72-hour tests, 7-day, 30-day, 90-day. Like that's how your brain typically will like get bored of things, right? So we hit the 7-day, we hit the 30-day, and now people just like you said, if you can't answer it, well then we're just gonna kind of forget about it until it kills somebody or something, you know?
yeah, and so the story changes a little bit. Yeah, there's no reason to just repeating yourself over and over and not getting any answers. Shout out to C Spills in the building. Let's go. Good to have you in the chat, my man. Speaking of the Omi homies, the guy who made that song you heard at the beginning of the stream, Dr. Strange, had his own video. Actually, this one has a little bit of sound here. And you'll be able to hear Dr. Strange's voices in it. He recorded this himself. So I think Dr. Strange is out in New York. And I mean, it looks like a string of UFOs. Of course, a lot of people are saying it's the Starlink satellites. I don't know what Starlink satellites look like. But if you look into the responses of his tweet about this, there was a lot of other people in that area who say they saw the exact same thing. It's kind of cool sitting here watching this video. They'll disappear up into the sky, and you'll hear Doc Strange's voice here in a second too.
It looks like it's ascending. We got clear skies.
And what I'm also
I've watched a lot of those Starlink launches. That actually is what that looks like.
Is that what it looks like?
Yeah.
Well, what's really interesting, and I've got this screenshotted too after the video ends, is that in the replies of his tweet about this video, some reporter from Newsmax actually contacts him and asks if she can use this video on their news report. Which makes me think, like, why would they care if everybody knows what Starlink looks like? Why are they so interested in it?
I mean, they did say that they were gonna start launching tons of new satellites, and I think even going back like what, a year or two ago, they started talking about a whole bunch of new launches into orbit and trying to take the space race to a whole new level. So I mean, you know, sometimes I wonder if that's what it is. I know you got some other videos too, so I don't want to jump the gun on what you got, but
yeah, on that one, I mean, a lot of people seem to think that it is Starlink. I just thought it was really interesting here. You can see the tweet. Olivia Mana says, I'm a TV news producer at Newsmax, and we'd like to use your video for one of our segments. Would you grant us permission? We'll give you visual credit, which I thought was pretty dope. Hopefully Dr. Strange hooked up in the DMs with Olivia. Not like that. I mean, like, to get the video out there for them to use on Newsmax, even though it is a very right-wing station. But I like the fact that Newsmax covers stuff like this. They do cover UFO sightings and things like that from time to time. So like I was saying, if it was Starlink, I'm surprised that there's somebody who's a producer for Newsmax who's interested in it. It was a really compelling video. I mean, obviously whatever he's filming is there. It's not edited. Dr. Strange didn't edit it and lie to us. So, you know, what is it? Tucson says, Mo with his usual generalized answer. People love Mo's answers, bro. Does it look like Starlink? I don't know what Starlink looks like. I'm sure people
what exactly was generalized? Wait, what the hell did I even say? What?
It's Tucson, bro. You never know.
Oh, Tucson the troll. My bad.
All right,
I just said it looks like other Starlink videos that I've seen. Oh, how was that generalized? I don't know. Good luck.
And then also I wanted to mention something that Mo sent over to me, which I had heard about before in the past, and I hadn't read the actual article. It's about our former president, rest in peace, Mr. Jimmy Carter, who passed away just a month ago, I believe. and he showed me where they actually had the news article from where he had his UFO sighting. So if you read through here, he talks about what it is that he actually saw. He says that, and this is a former U.S. president, so pretty hard to think that he's lying about this. But he says he saw a blue disc-shaped object during a campaign stop in Leary, South Georgia, a town in the same general area where there have been numerous UFO reportings recently. The object came into view as Carter and several members of the Leary Lions Club stood outside the hall where Carter was to speak. All the members of the group sat there and observed it for like 10 minutes, y'all. That's kind of wild. He immediately went to a tape recorder and dictated a description of what he remembers. A very remarkable sight. It was about 30 degrees above the horizon and looked about as large as the moon. It got smaller and changed to a reddish color, and then it got larger again. And yeah, this is a UFO sighting coming from the one and only Jimmy Carter. Pretty compelling stuff right there. Not only it's not like he was accidentally slipped some acid or he was hallucinating for some medical reason. All the people that were sitting there with him at the time all saw the same thing, and they didn't just watch it for a flash, they saw it for like 10 minutes. So
yeah, they were on a cacampaign trail too, and a campaign stop. It's not like they were
in Georgia.
Not like Friday night, you know, at like 10:30 at night where he's kicking back a few beers or something.
True.
You know?
Yeah. And does he have any experience in the Air Force or the Navy? That's something I want to look up, or as being a pilot, because some people said that he would be a good observer for something like that, not only because he was president, but he has some kind of background in it.
I'm not too well versed on Jimmy Carter. Like I know what people like to say about him, but I mean, as far as like, I don't know, at least you know what, he was a good president for the most part. But was he in the military?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat will know. And was he a good president? Is a good question, because a lot of people say that his
he was in the Navy. He was a lieutenant in the Navy.
Oh, there you go. That's
World War II.
Yeah. Shout out to Alejandro's in the chat. Let's go. What's up, Alejandro? I've been trying to get a hold of you so I can get your address, because I'm about to send out those prizes, those VeVe paperweights and stickers that you and Mika Cornu won on one of my streams recently. All right, and I do have some more of the recent videos that have been coming out, because they are still coming out with all the drones, but now a lot of people have switched over from drones to talking about the orbs. And you'll see here in one of the videos in a minute where the orbs and the drones have been filmed interacting too. So some people think that the drones are made by us, they're earthly, but the orbs are UFOs. I don't know. Let's take a look at a few of the videos. This one comes from Toledo, Ohio. And what's really interesting about this one is that it's sitting in one spot and then it takes off. And if you watch it as it takes off, you'll see it fade out too, and it kind of, the pixelation matches up, so it doesn't look like it was edited in there. And I always like the ones that show the UFO changing direction, because that kind of shows that it's not a natural phenomenon. I mean, I don't know what else that could possibly be.
I'll just wait till next week, because like I said, some of those videos that I was looking through,
yeah,
but what the Air Force is actually confirmed as like anti-gravity propulsion engines that they have would explain all of that gyroscopic movement that we're seeing.
Interesting.
But that alone would only do it. Like you said, the way that those things are moving and zipping around, and like, that's not normal. You know, we know that's not normal.
Yeah, and it's not something that like a bird could do, or a plane even. This one is going around a lot. It just came out, you can see January 6th, so I guess that was yesterday. And it's a bunch of orbs that this person, who has a giant back freaking yard, it's ridiculous. It's a really long video too, is videotaping, I think it's like 6 or 7 orbs off in the distance, so they're just hovering there for a long time. And as they pan around, if you look in really close, you can see these other lights sparkling here and there. I zoomed it in for you a little bit, but this one seems to be really popular. I didn't think it was like super compelling or anything, but I don't know what else those things could be, because like I said, this is a 4 or 5 minute long video. Unless she's seeing like some type of towers, like gas towers that have flames coming up. This is in her backyard though, so she would recognize whatever she's looking at. She sees it every day. So I don't think it was me who won. I forgot who else. No, I went back and checked. It was you. But no one claims I'll take it. Yes, I went back and checked the video. It was you and Mika Corno. Why are they always so far? I know, right? Well, don't worry, C-Spill. I'm going to show you some close-up ones too. I got you, bro. Tom says, ban Tucson. Tom, you're about as much of a fudder as Tucson. Y'all are...
Oh, we love Tucson around here. Come on.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no fun without Tucson in the chat. But no way human
body... I know
we'd
have fun, but it's always fun to have a Tucson around. You know?
All right, at least entertaining.
Yes.
You're right. No human could handle those type of G-forces. So is it an alien or is it a drone? Does it even have a... an entity inside of it. How'd you get a video of my back? You wish. That was a huge backyard, a nice dog. They had like trees. They had their trees lit up. It was definitely a rich person's house. How can an iPhone zoom into the moon perfectly, but can get a clear video from our sky? I think it's that the Men in Black take all the clear videos. They'll hunt you down if you take one yourself. Be careful. Send you my address on Discord. Let's go. All right, yeah, and I'm gonna send those out soon. All right, the next one. This one is. I mean, this one's pretty compelling right here. So, this is like I said, where the orbs and the drones have been filmed interacting. This one is like a drone chasing two orbs. And you can see it go through the trees at the end here, so you know it's not edited because that would be too much masking. It'd be impossible. And they're not moving at like super high speeds, but let's see what Mo thinks. What do you think, Mo, about this?
Well, this correlates pretty much everything that I've been going down the rabbit hole. Obviously, I've been moving and stuff, but yeah, this right here is kind of you kind of mentioned it earlier with the interaction between the orb and the drones. And
right.
Again, if you go back and look at Tesla's technology, which the government claimed they never had, but then when it was declassified and in the early 90s, they said they did have all that technology for 40, 50 years. So they denied it until those papers were declassified. Remember that. And in that technology and in those documents, he had the ability to create almost like a Tesla coil in like a confined area, almost like the plasmoids that we're seeing.
Right.
So it very well could be some manipulation of like the ions or something in the air, you know, captured inside of like Tesla's little thing that he was working on. I don't know, man. It sounds fucking far-fetched. It really does. But look at what we're seeing.
Right. I mean, you can see it on video right there. That's hard to explain. Like Denny says, it's hard to fake this one. Tucson makes a good point here, though. Masking is automatic now. They can use AI to mask stuff that looks like would be very hard to mask. I mean,
it still leaves traces, man. Like even that one that we looked at with the Queen and like zipping through the airstreams and the smoke from the planes, like, bro, yeah, good luck, man. Like, good luck, you know?
Yeah, even for AI, that's going to be tough. All right, this next one is this one's actually outside of America, but it's one that shows the vehicle or whatever it is changing directions, and it goes behind a building. So this one's going to play 3 or 4 times. If you look at to your left, this is somebody that was just like hanging out their window, and it kind of looks like it was edited, but you'll see here we're going to put it through different types of, take the alpha out so that you don't see any color. It's pretty well analyzed. So you look out, they see this thing drop.
You gotta really sell it though, Vault. Like, all right, thank you, passengers, for flying Tales from the Crypto Airlines. This is your captain speaking. If you look out to the right, you'll see plasmoids in multi-chrome edition color here, zipping past the screen. I'm a little behind. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what I wrote, but
exactly.
I want to give him a little pilot speed, you know?
I like that play-by-play. Yeah, what was that? It just it dropped down. It dropped behind the building. I mean, I guess you could edit that, but I don't know. It was pretty good if they did edit it. All right, and then one last one. This one's from Mo's neck of the woods, sort of. It's from the Bronx, so it's over there in New York, close to Mo. And this one just came out either today or last night, and it's been getting a lot of rounds on Twitter as well. And it's kind of like the one we just saw in Texas. Now, you'll see something there at the very top right, my right. Yeah, the top right. I'm surprised he doesn't focus in on this more. He will a little bit at the end. But it looks like one of the drones is just right there hovering by him. And then, of course, you can see a bunch of them off in the distance, too. You see it up there at the top. I guess he's kind of interested in it. I feel like he'd be more interested in that. But this is one, like I said, it just came out, and a lot of people are talking about it on Twitter. A lot of stuff out there in the distance. I don't know if those are satellites. Would you even be able to see them that well in the Bronx? I'm sure there's a lot of pollution.
Yeah, probably not.
What do you think, Mo?
Yeah, that's a weird one. I actually haven't seen that one.
Oh, yeah, it's brand new.
Yeah, like I said, I've been a little preoccupied with the move and everything, but
oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, man, that's
a good one, right?
I'm starting to wonder if we have like a twofold issue going on here, right? So we talked about those Korean, Chinese spy birds, right? Remember?
Yes.
The ones that looks like birds and they surveillance or whatever.
Yep.
And then when I looked up the prototyping and how they designed those, the original idea was basically a bird without wings, which looks like almost like a Tic Tac. What kind of videos have we seen over the years? These little Tic Tac fucking videos, right? Where they can't track them, stuff like that.
That's true.
I just wonder if it's just a combination of like Chinese stuff in the ocean they're talking about coming out. and we had those New Jersey Coast Guards where they're like, listen, we took the boat out, and these things came out the water and basically guided us back to shore like, you don't belong here.
Yep.
His face, like the sheriff's face when he told this story, and then the news anchor when they told the story, they kind of like how I'm talking. I'm like, I feel like they're going to lock me up or put me in a straitjacket if I keep talking about this shit, but like, people are seeing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. So I don't know. So I'm thinking if that's the case, then everything else we're seeing, like the orbs and the drones, are like a countermeasure. But they don't want to tell us that the Chinese are attacking offshore or near all their farmland that they bought. That would also make sense.
Right.
You know, are we taking the Chinese-owned farmland and we putting it over the map of where we're seeing drones? Is anybody doing that? Because, you know,
I thought it was more out in the West where they were buying land.
No, dude, they got the Chinese farmland, man. They own land everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere, yeah, in the country.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they should overlay those maps and see if that has some type of correlation. Dane says Mo needs to get a job at TVG. Yeah, I've been telling Mo that in a long time.
I've tried to get a job at the real track, but I'm working on it.
There's some tracks in New York too. Isn't Walmart using drones to deliver stuff? Yes, they are, but I don't think they're using that many drones to where people would see them all the time. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Of course, the drones that have been reported in New Jersey are supposedly SUV-sized drones, so keep that in mind.
They're SUV size, and those YouTubers that were out tracking those things live, when they tried to get over there, dude, there was like a hazmat team on the ground already collecting the drone. Like, they couldn't even get near it.
Oh, wow.
And they watched it fall out of the sky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
like,
quick.
what kind of Amazon cover-up are they working on then? Like, that's an issue. But just to wrap up what I was saying, what I think is happening, and we'll find out if I'm right. If the Chinese really started with the balloon, we talked about the balloon, little Ching Ping's birthday balloon, right, that escaped, and we refused to take it down. That was step one.
Yeah.
And they started sending over the drone. That's step two. They're just trying to see how far they can get. You know what I mean? Like a little kid, like, oh, how much can I get away with before, you know, my parents, you know, smack the hell out of me, you know, or yell at me.
If you're right, and we're actually letting them get away with this type of incursion and not doing anything about it, they're going to be really emboldened and imagine that they can do anything they want.
Yeah, and, you know, again, to wrap it up, I'll just say that, well, what if our government knows it's Chinese, and that's why they're doing like almost like a countermeasure deployment of our own technology that they refuse to talk about, but the Air Force admitted to it?
Right.
What if that's the case, but they don't want to tell us that it's Chinese drone spy stuff, because then they have to blow up the whole thing. So they're like, well, if we don't tell them about ours, we don't have to tell them about China stuff. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it just kind of like makes the most sense. Outside of that, like, Tucson's right, bro. I do want to believe. I really, really do want to believe, because that would make so many more things that's happened to me in my lifetime and I've heard about, just would make so much more sense. It really would.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they're not telling us anything. I feel like if it was us doing it, then they would have a cover story for it. And I don't think it's a foreign country doing it. So I almost do think it's alien. But I like you, I want to believe. But let's dive a little bit deeper. I want to hurry because we only have an hour tonight. But I do want to dive a little bit deeper into these drones thing. I don't know if you heard about this, Mo, but check it out. Do you know that dude who blew up himself in the Tesla Cybertruck in front of the Trump Hotel? You know that guy, right?
Yeah, that was crazy, by the way, how that truck contained the explosion like that. Didn't even
Yes.
blow out the front doors. But
Yeah, his name is Matthew Livelsberger, and there's this guy named let me pull it up here. I don't know his name. Sean Ryan. So he has some popular show that gets a lot of views.
I love Sean Ryan. He's awesome, dude.
I don't know him personally, but he had a guest on the other day. The guest's name was Sam Shoemate, and it's this guy right here. So Sam Shoemate comes in, and he's just kind of this random dude, and he talks about how this Matthew Livelsberger guy had some email that he sent to Sam Shoemate. I guess he knew Livelsberger somehow. I think they were friends, and Shoemate claims that this email came from Livelsberger right before he blew himself up in front of the Trump Hotel. So inside this email, apparently Livelsberger claims that what we have been seeing with the drones and the operational use of gravitic propulsion systems powered aircraft by most recently China and the East Coast, but throughout history, the U.S., only we and China have the capability. Our open location. So this is like his.
Oh, that's what I just said. I didn't know we were going over this. My bad. I spoiled.
Oh no, what's it called? It's whenever somebody who does an assassination gives out some last paper. His let's see if I can find. I think I got it later.
Calling card or something.
I've got it on here somewhere. Manifesto. That's the word. Manifesto. This is
Oh,
apparently
manifesto, yeah.
this guy's manifesto before he blew himself up in the Cybertruck. So he says China has been launching them from the Atlantic from submarines for years, but this activity recently has picked up as of now. It is just a show of force, and they are using it similar to how they used the balloon for SIGINT and ISR. I don't know exactly what that is, which are also part of the integrated comm systems. There are dozens of those balloons in the air at any given time. And basically, he has this whole conspiracy theory. He was trying to flee to Mexico. Apparently, this Leibelsberger guy tried to flee to Mexico, but they wouldn't let him. I think he has some type of military background. He also says that because of the speed and stealth of these unmanned aircraft, he's talking about the drones that people are seeing in New Jersey. They are the most dangerous threat to national security that has ever existed. They basically have an unlimited payload capacity and can park it over the White House if they wanted. It's checkmate. USG, United States government, maybe needs to give the history of this, how we are employing it and weaponizing it, how China is employing them, and the way forward is China is poised to attack anywhere in the East Coast. I've been followed for over a week now, likely from Homeland Security or the FBI, and they are looking to move on me and are unlikely going to let me cross into Mexico, but won't because they know I'm armed and have a massive VBIED. I've been trying to maintain a very visible profile. This goes on a little bit too. I've got it linked down in the description. So the first question is it real? Is it a real email that this Sam's guy received from Leibelsberger? And if so, was Leibelsberger tripping or was he onto something? I think he has a little bit of a background in the military. So I don't know. What do you think about it, Mo? Apparently you've heard about it.
Well, I know who Sean Ryan is.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you know, seen him on a lot of shows chatting about stuff. But yeah, I mean, it does make sense. Now, yeah, I've gone back and watched the video. I don't like watching videos of people dying. But like, there was like reports of like 50 caliber gunshot wounds to the head or something, but then no one heard a gun. If you watch the video of the explosion, you actually see him turn his head clear as day right before the explosion.
Oh, I haven't watched the video at all.
Yeah, so I mean, again, most of the time I don't like to watch that type of stuff, but in this situation, you know, I'm really starting to pique my interest a little more and more every day. But yeah, I don't know, man. It would make sense to me.
It's wild how it's connected to the drones. I don't know, man. If I knew more about the same guy who reported the email in the first place, if he actually had a relationship with this Leibelsberger, I would need to research it.
I don't know too much about. Yeah, I don't know too much about Sam Shoemate.
Yeah, something like that. If I knew more about him, I would have to look into that and research it before I believed this story. But if it's a true story, which it could possibly be, then that's pretty scary. That's very scary. All right.
But I mean, listen, we know these things are happening, dude. You know what I mean? We know that there's, like, everyone wants to keep saying, oh, it's a government psyop right now, right? You know, graphic illusions, and we talked about it with Project Bluebeam and, you know, holograms in the sky. People keep saying bullshit, but then I look at like the CES show, the Computer Expo, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Where they show like all the latest and greatest gadgets, right? Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things that they actually showed in day one was a full 3D, full color hologram projector, and it looked insanely real, in real time, no box, nothing required.
Oh wow.
And it looked insane. So again, you know, are the orbs, are the drones? We know the drones are real. People have seen them fall out the sky. You know, we know they're kind of like zapping power or using these fucking orbs for something. Like, but
maybe the orbs could be projections. Who knows?
Well, that wouldn't make sense though. Because if the orbs were projections, then they would just be like decoys.
Yeah, maybe they wouldn't have to be decoys from the drones, because the drones are actually searching for whatever it is that people will claim they're searching for.
Yeah, but it feels like, and even like that one really crazy like military style feed that came out where it showed like a little electromagnetic field around the orb. Because again, that's somehow generating power and providing power to the drones. That's why the drones are up for so long, when most drones can't even go for an hour before fucking being dead.
True.
You know?
Right.
So if these things are used as like a portable charging station, well, how would you create power up in the air, right? Well, again, Tesla kind of did it by using friction.
Right.
So by using friction and creating this, you know, with the ionosphere and, you know, negative, positive, and the way he did it, bro, was crazy. That's how the Tesla coil, he started making it for wireless power. The question is, how would they transmit it through the air? No one's ever done that. Tesla transmitted it through the ground by using like the natural resonance of the Earth, which is like an F sharp.
Well, I
No
mean,
one ever did
some
it
of
in
these
the air.
countries have developed like these drone motherships where the drones can come and dock and then go back out and like, I don't know, they put a bunch of fuel on the mothership and allow them to come in and charge.
True, or it's Tesla's original invention, which again was buried and stolen, where he basically confirmed that he can provide free power to the globe by using the Earth's natural ionosphere around the globe, which is like our, natural boundary or whatever. He could use that boundary and provide power for free, wireless.
Right.
So could just be that in a smaller form.
True. Yeah.
Because remember, why would the same reason why they don't cure cancer, right? There's no money in it if they do. So why would you want to have free power? And this was in early 1900s.
Oh yeah, they definitely do not want to have free energy. There's no doubt about that. The people who control the world do not want free energy.
Yeah. So I mean, who really didn't want to give free energy back then?
Who's
Edison.
that? Oh, Edison.
Because Edison,
Yeah.
remember, Edison was trying to take over the DC versus the AC competition, and that's why they were like, well, we can't beat Tesla because his AC was smarter and better than DC. So they just basically, blackballed him, fucking smeared his name in every fucking paper. It wasn't like nowadays with social media.
Yep.
That was it. He never had a shot in hell to fucking, to clear his name or, make a name for himself. If that was 2024, it would be just like Elon. He'd be taking over shit.
Definitely.
He'd be fucking getting things out in the open. Like, he'd be
100%.
blowing it up.
All right, let me catch up with the chat. Denny says 300,000 Chinese students visas issued into U.S. last year. Wow, that's a lot. Not hard to flood the sky with drones with those kind of numbers. You're saying that all Chinese people know how to drive drones? Drones? You might be right. Sounds like something Tucson would write. He says Mexico's peaceful. See, he's being nice. What's up, Falcon Hoof? Good to see you, my man.
Gulf of America, baby. It's coming.
The Leibelsberger guy was Special Forces Green Beret, apparently. Okay, so like I said, he had some military background. That's why I don't think he was just some crazy dude. So if this is a real email from him, and he's not some crazy dude, then we should be a little worried. What's up, Rob T?
But I need to know how this shoemaker guy was acting.
Yeah.
If he was acting on his own, I might believe it. But if he's a whistleblower, and the more I look into whistleblowers, I don't believe a fucking word they say.
You can watch
How are you going to be a whistleblower and you got to have everything cleared?
Watch his interview with Sean Ryan.
Oh, I'm going to, yeah. I'm going to watch it and see what happens.
Yeah, let me know what you think.
I still have to know if he's a whistleblower or if he's just going out on his own. Because I didn't know whistleblowers have to, like, it's like a script. They got to run it by the government. Like, am I allowed to say this? I thought you were there to, like, blow it up and, like, expose shit.
Government
and you still have to have things cleared as a fucking whistleblower? It's fucking bullshit, bro. Whistleblowers are a joke to me now. I can't even take it anymore.
Rob T says, Mo and I will be on the first line of drone defense and guarantee you nothing gets through to Indiana. That's right. Y'all are over there on the East Coast. So, yeah, make sure y'all are shooting them bad boys down before they get here to the Midwest. Please do.
Well, let me know when we're done with the drone section because I got one little final word to say about it.
Okay. Do either of you guys have a plan if the power grid goes down for 1 to 2 weeks and a real life free-for-all goes down? No. It's going to be my answer. I'm not Doom's prepper. What about you, Mo? Do you have a plan if the power grid goes down for a couple weeks?
I mean, I have tons of batteries. Yeah. I have like insane camping battery backups that I got from my road shows, but outside of that, no.
Yeah, I don't have much of a plan either. Then he says, I have an off-grid property, can run for 2 weeks, fully sustained for 4 weeks. There we go. We got a doomsday prepper. Yeah, I probably should be doing that. I don't know. I need to start thinking about that, huh? Because I can see it happening under Trump, I'll be honest with you. Most of these drone sightings have been around Chinese-owned land. Ooh, that's what Mo was saying. See, Jay and Mo are on the same level there. All right, let me move on to the next topic. We only got an hour tonight. Mo's got to go announce a major race.
Let me say one more thing about the drones.
Oh, yes, please do.
So, thankfully, or I should say thanks to, Buttcoin, thanks to Ian and Buttcoin, Butthole rather.
Okay.
Where I was not able to catch my 66,000% run because that would have been crazy. I would have made $66,000 on a $100 investment.
What?
But I was able to catch like a 9,500% run. So my point is that there will be equipment being ordered. We're talking astrophotography cameras. We're talking telescopes. We're talking RC boats. We're talking dart guns. We're talking grapple hooks for me to try to get out in the water and grapple fucking drones real time. I'm gonna be streaming it all. I got everything coming, and it's all fucking paid for by Butthole. So.
Man, y'all need to let me know about these butt coins. I didn't know
Stay
nothing
tuned for
about
that. Well, that's why I told you. Make sure you follow Ian and put his shit on noties, bro.
I
He throws some
yeah, I
real
did follow
degenerate
him.
shit out, dude.
Dang, I didn't know how to get into butt coin, man. What's up, SFSF? Good to see you, my man. Did I watch, or do I watch the Collateral Damage movie? I just pulled it up because I was wondering if I'd seen it. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I might have seen it at some point, but it doesn't
That's
look
a great
familiar.
movie.
It's got John Leguizamo in it. I like Leguizamo, but I can't
Yep.
remember. It looks familiar. It looks very familiar, but I can't remember if I've seen it anytime recently. MoKnowz with the big dub. Congrats on your butthole win. Yeah, congratulations, Mo.
Yeah, man. And then last night we were spinning slots, and I had a fucking like $2,400 hit on 40 cents.
On
Been a good
40
week.
Oh my goodness. Let's go. Yeah, Mo's over there crushing it. All right, we're going to move to our sports topic. First off, Mo's going to let you know what's going on with the NFL playoffs. I've got the tournament bracket pulled up right here. You can see the Broncos play the Bills, and it looks like the Chiefs and the Lions have byes. So are you still confident in your Buffalo Bills, Mo?
Love my Bills. Everybody knows I've been a long time Bills fan since day one. Never supported the Jets. No, but I always did love Josh Allen. I was pissed the Jets didn't draft him. So I am glad. But I think it's going to be a great playoffs, man. I mean, listen, you got KC and the Lions on top. Nobody wants to play them. You got the Chargers with the Harbaugh coaching change coming in. Herbert playing. Herbert had like a 60-yard run last week. That was insane to watch a white guy run like that.
Yeah, really.
CJ Stroud, sick fucking second-year player. You got Pittsburgh with Tomlin in that defense, and you got Russell Wilson, never know what he could do, playing Baltimore. Bro, you got the Broncos being sneaky with probably one of the better defenses in the league to shut down potentially Buffalo in the opening game. And that's just the AFC, bro. Minnesota with Darnold against LA, anything could happen there. Washington with the young quarterback. Baker Mayfield with a chip on his shoulder. I love Baker Mayfield. I hate when he gives people the finger on the field. I don't like that shit.
No,
But outside of that, he's a dog, dude. I love him. And if you've never seen him go undercover on ESPN, where he plays like a Bucks fan and plays a joke on all the people getting a tour of the facility, make sure you guys watch it.
I haven't
It's
seen
one of
it.
the best things I've ever seen.
Nice.
And you got Green Bay and Philly. I mean, Green Bay, they got a lot of injuries right now. Love is banged up. Watson's banged up. And Philly, Philly's sneaky. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think Detroit, it's going to be Detroit versus Buffalo or Detroit versus KC. But I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if somehow Washington goes on a run and this rookie quarterback makes a right. Because this kid is insane.
Oh, yeah?
This kid throws a ball as a rookie that you just don't see. So that's
What's
my
his
little
name?
breakdown on the playoffs. Jaden Daniels.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. I mean, if I had to pick a team, I'm going with my Chiefs because my Colts aren't in the playoffs, so the Chiefs have a bye. It'll be interesting to see if a second round comes down to the Bills versus Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. That'd be really a good game, I think. We got the biggest bro in the chat. Good to see you, my man. Let me move this right here. Mark Sanchez, remembers you rooted for him? I remember Mark Sanchez back in the day. That's an old school name right there.
Never liked Sanchez. I liked Rex Ryan. I hated the fact that he had to give Mark Sanchez a color-coded freaking wristband to run plays like that. If you're making that much money and I can sit home and I can remember a playbook and I know combo routes and I know how this shit works,
Yep.
these motherfuckers should be able to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Shout out to Corn Dogs in the chat. Let's go. Yeah, Corn Dog, this is our Tuesday stream. Every Tuesday, me and Mo go live usually from 5 to 6:30 or 7, but tonight we're stopping at 6. And come out and hang out with us next week. We'll be back again, hopefully. We missed the last 2 weeks thanks to computer problems and holidays.
Hopefully we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
We're going to get back into the swing of things. We're going to give you guys good content.
Yeah, the Chiefs have a little bit of an advantage. They got Taylor Swift on their side, Taylorgate. So, yeah, good luck beating that. All right, and one more thing I wanted to mention or talk about, actually. I want to see what Mo thinks about this when it comes to the NBA. I'm going to play a video while I discuss it. Video is going to be like 2 or 3 minutes long, and it's going to kind of show the situation here. So there's a lot of people that are complaining about ratings being down for the NBA, and a lot of people are saying the reason why the ratings are down so bad for the NBA is all the three-point chuck, and they're just chucking the ball up. So this is the beginning of a game with the Boston Celtics, defending champions, by the way, and the Toronto Raptors. And I mean, this just goes on and on for a while. There shouldn't be any any sound to it. But this is like the opening 2 minutes, and you'll see they just keep shooting up threes and keep bricking threes and airballing threes. Although I don't necessarily know that I believe the whole hype or the whole argument about it being that's the fault, that's the reason why there's not as many viewers as they used to have. I just think that people are watching the NBA in lots of different places. Like, I would not be considered a viewer. I don't have any NBA stations, but I watch all the highlights on YouTube, so I follow the NBA. So I don't know if that's the factor or it really is all this chucking it up. I know the stats have changed the game quite a bit. Has a lot to do with Steph Curry being so successful, but it used to be that maybe a team would shoot 10 to 12 threes per game, and now a team shoots 40 to 50 threes per game. So, Mo, do you think it's hurting the game and that's what's causing the viewership to slip, or do you think it's because you gotta pay a little money to watch the NBA nowadays? It's not necessarily as free as it used to be.
Well, I think the reason why, and I'm watching this entire video, and if you look at pretty much every shot and every play here, both defenses are playing zone D.
Yeah.
Like, you have guys standing in open space because it's, and that's something that, used to play a lot more man-to-man defense in the NBA. But again, when you get these guys that are just like LeBron or bigger, faster, stronger, it's easier to play a zone defense because then you can have a guy crash down low, or you can have a guy push on the top of the key. Yes, I do basketball. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. But you need to be able to, put on a show. You can't just come out and rain threes. Like, listen, if you're Curry, and that's your go-to, and you're the guy, and everybody else is down low banging and kicking it to you, that's fine. But I don't want to see three guys on the perimeter. But what else do you do? Like, how else do you make a team pay for playing like a 2-3 zone defense? You want to keep three guys down low? We're going to put three up high.
Right.
It's a numbers game, right? I mean, I get it. I understand why they do it.
And everybody can shoot now, even the centers. So.
Well, and that too. That is true. Like, you don't really have like Shaquille O'Neal's, like,
right.
Or the Dikembe Mutombo's.
There's Rudy Gobert. He's not the only one.
I think Sean Kemp actually hit a three-pointer, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I've watched him hit a three.
I think he did too. Yeah. Shaq hit a three-pointer once too.
Yeah, but it was probably luck. And he'll admit that too.
It was a bank shot at the last second.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, but it's just a different style of ball. I don't watch basketball. I haven't watched basketball in 20 years, honestly. I think maybe with the hype of Kobe, and then end of Jordan, into Kobe, early LeBron. I don't like the flopping. I don't like the crying.
A lot of flopping, yeah.
I know they're trying to clean up the flops, and they're giving penalties and shit now and flagrants, right, for for playing fake and shit, like, and they should, because if you're flopping, dude, it's just a bad look. Like, you're a professional athlete, man. Like, I don't get that. Plus, you have other stuff too, When you had, like, what was it, test days with the guns and all, like, the thug life shit in the locker rooms. I mean, people don't really want to get behind that. I know that's not the game nowadays. No. You had, like, the whole Euro invasion.
But they did get pretty political during the pandemic. So, I mean, they were doing a lot of political stuff. So, I think that turned some people off.
That's true, too. Yeah. Playing through it, doing the bubble stuff. And,
right.
Let
me catch up with the chat. Rob TC, the Eagles look good with Saquon. Man, I just saw for the first time that move. I don't know if you know, you probably do, Mo, that Saquon Barkley did about a month ago where he, like, hurdled a guy backwards in the middle of the game.
Oh, dude, that was insane.
Jeez.
Bro, that was crazy.
I watched that replay like 10 times. I was like, did he just do that? That was wild. Corndog is a fellow Hoosier. Let's go. Yeah, we got to root for other teams because our Colts did not make it to the playoffs. How was the Colts game, and did you play through the snow? The Colts game was, I have no idea because we got hit with a blizzard, so we were not able to go to the Colts game, and I don't get a refund. And I didn't just buy tickets for me and my kid. I bought tickets for me, my kid, my former father-in-law, and my stepfather. It was their Christmas presents, and I don't get a refund or nothing, but it was snowed in. We weren't going anywhere. Nobody was able to get out of there. I haven't left my house in 3 days. So, yeah, didn't get to go, unfortunately. Old cable contracts. Why shoot a foot behind the line when you can take the line easily? That's kind of the new thing. Everybody shoots from back there because it's more open. Joe Mazzulla is boring as a head coach, says FSF, my bad. More human highlight film and less Del Curry. I need more dunks, man. Take it to the hole. Miss guys like Derrick Rose, yes. And they just did a big Derrick Rose celebration at the latest Bulls game. First dangerous big man shooter was Dirk. Was he the first, though? You might be right. Dirk's pretty old school. Yeah, no three. Nobody was really shooting threes like that back then. I don't know if you know Sam Perkins around the same time. He was. They called him Big Smooth. He played for the Pacers for a while. He was shooting up 3s. Embiid shooting up threes all day. Yeah, not an Embiid fan.
Perkins started on the Sonics. Am I correct on that?
He did start on the Sonics. He had a really good college career too, but I don't remember who he played for. Look at Tucson in the chat. Says Kobe was overrated, bro.
Wow.
What are you talking about, my man? You're crushing me. All right. We only got 15 more minutes. Kobe was definitely not overrated. So let's move on to the next topic. We might only be able to have a few topics tonight. That's our new scene transition. We don't have any sound effects to it, but
I do love that, though. I do love that.
It looks kind of cool. I don't know. I need to mess with that. All right, so this is our politics section, and there's plenty of stuff to talk about when it comes to politics this week. There's a lot going on. Let's get into a few of them. First off, Trump says that he is taking over Canada. He's going to make it the 51st state. He said today in a press conference that he may use economic force to get rid of that artificially drawn line. He's talking about the border between Canada and America. And I asked NLC during the stream today and he's in Canada, if he wants to become part of America. He said, yeah, he wants to become the 51st state. Ugh, I don't know why. And then also in Canada, of course, you probably heard Justin Trudeau has decided to resign. And the person that's taken over for him, some dude named Pierre something that starts with a P, is apparently very conservative. So he may be helping Trump achieve his goal of taking over Canada, apparently. I don't know, man. It's wild to me. Just keep it going. He's also taking over Greenland and the Panama Canal. He said today in a press conference that he may use force to take over Greenland and the Panama Canal, because sure he will. And then the Gulf of Mexico. Why is it the Gulf of Mexico? Trump says we should name it the Gulf of America.
Over America.
Man, America first, y'all.
I didn't vote for any of this, but it's fucking hilarious.
So what do you think about all this, Mo? You like it?
No, I don't even know. Is he trying to like out crazy the crazy of the drones and the plasmoids and all this stuff? Like what?
Oh, maybe he's trying to get the attention away from the drones.
I don't know, man. It's so crazy. I'm with Denny though. Gretzky for governor. I definitely want to see Gretzky in there.
Yeah, I think he's into politics a little bit too. Like that's a thing that could actually happen.
It's just the whole but Trudeau stepping down, Trump coming in. Like, yeah, is there any correlation there? I don't know.
I know I saw one conspiracy theory.
Gulf of America.
I saw.
Let's be real. Like, it should be the Gulf of America. Like, why do we even call it the Gulf of Mexico? Does anybody know? I don't know.
Because we love our neighbors. We don't want to take over and have war with our neighbor. Well, maybe we do apparently, but I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know who named it. I have no idea.
Yeah, but how come we don't have a Gulf of America if we're so great? Listen, I'm sure Mexico's cool.
They're all right.
They got insane cocaine from what I hear, but not my drug of choice. You know what I mean?
It seems like a lot of foreign policy. He's focused on a lot of foreign policy, but it's supposed to be America first. But those are just the.
Well, that's why I said I didn't vote for that. Yeah, that's the weird.
We're going to talk about something else you didn't vote for too, because this is kind of the big topic of the last couple of weeks, and we haven't been on for a few weeks. So I want to at least bring it up in the few minutes that we have, and that's about the H1B visas. So I'm not going to go through all this, but basically this Vivek Ramaswamy guy put out a tweet, I believe it was, talking about how H1Bs are so important, and H1Bs are visas that companies use to hire foreign nationals to come over and work for them. But the complaint, of course, is that those workers are kind of tied to that job. They're underpaid, and if they leave the job, or if they quit for any reason, despite being maybe mistreated or whatever, then they would be deported. So it's almost like indentured servitude, like they're stuck at that job. And a lot of people started looking into it and could see that there's a lot of companies out there that are firing their American workers en masse so that they can hire these foreign workers on H-1B visas and pay them a whole lot less than what they're paying their American workers. Here's just a few examples. This guy right here says when he took over the compiler team at Apple, so he's way up there. I found that our one H-1B visa engineer was making less than half what the next lowest paid team member made. So he had an MSCS in a very technical subfield, and they're paying him like a janitor, and that's why the billionaires love the H-1B visas. If you look at the origin of countries for H1B visa recipients for 2020, you see most of them come from India, over 50,000 from China. But what's really interesting here is that none of these come from European countries, which kind of shows you that the reason that these are being used is to get talent that is a lot cheaper than the homegrown talent for whatever country is using that H1B visa. If not, then there's no reason why there wouldn't be Europeans on here as well, and Americans or whatever. Of course, Elon Musk himself over there at Tesla has laid off 2,688 employees in Texas and then approved 2,639 H1B visas. So a lot of these billionaires who are championing the H1B visas are using them to their benefit so they can get cheaper labor, people who are kind of forced to say that they can't really quit unless they want to get deported. So Donald Trump recently tweeted about how he says anyone of any race, creed, or nationality who came to America and worked like hell to contribute to this country will forever have my respect. America is the land of freedom and opportunity. Fight with every fiber of your being to keep it that way. He is saying, I love immigration, but this whole entire time he's been saying he hates immigration. So, I mean, am I the only one?
It's illegal immigration. I mean, again, nobody's against legal immigration. Like, just come here legally, get on the list, do it correctly. I mean, should they be underpaid? No, probably not. But listen, the fact of the matter is, these other countries, that especially the top of that list, $1 here is worth like 1,000 over there, bro. Like, these people live in poverty, so they still should not be, taken advantage of. But the money that they make is still insane money when they give it back home or they help out their families or whatever.
But it's not just that they're being taken advantage of, it's also we are not getting those jobs. And me in particular, I've earned a bachelor's of science in computer science, and I've never had a job that was in the computer science field whatsoever. So I mean, maybe it's because all the places where I could have worked hired H1B visa people instead, because it's a lot harder for people like me who have these degrees to get jobs, because I'm going to have health care and I have the freedom of quitting if you get on my nerves. So, I mean, these other people, you can pay them half as much and they don't have the freedom to quit.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I just say, tell people, man, like, know your worth, know what you can do. If there's data out there saying that, people are less qualified and just getting it because of an H1, visa, maybe, but I have to look into that. But if they're just getting jobs because of they're qualified, and the other people that are in America are lazy and aren't,
I think that was one of the arguments. They were saying that it has a lot to do with America's culture, how we.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But dude, have you walked into any place in America? Like, bro, try to get help. Dude, I went to fucking Kohl's today to get a simple thing like a fucking dustpan and a broom. You know what I mean? Like a little thing to clean up the. Well, I was just out and about. I had to get something else, but I just asked the dude. It was a younger dude, He was like, "Oh, what?" I'm like, bro, like a little dustpan. He's like, "It's a vacuum, bro." I'm like, "Listen, I just need a little dustpan in a room." But trying to have that simple interaction or a conversation, it just blew my mind. And I'm saying, but like anywhere I go, like I might as well just help my fucking self. And that's why they have self-checkout now, because they know that people are better off just helping themselves and rely on these fucking retards that we have, trying to be in the workforce right now.
Well, they're not going to be in the workforce long because AI is going to take over all the jobs anyway. Shout out to Florida State Makeovers in the chat. Good to see you, my man. News Down Marijuana says, Mo would whoop that Willie butt. Tucson. Okay. FSF says, OG, do you work? I do work.
I'd buy Tucson a coffee or a drink, a shot.
And I got a crappy job.
We'd chop it up. We'd have a good time.
And yes, the cats are fighting. But... Sorry about that. There's two of them that don't get along, and every once in a while they'll bump heads coming around the corner, and then they're on a standoff for 20 minutes. Tucson's so grateful for the internet. He would never say these things in real life. I don't know. Some people are crazy like that. Maybe he would say these things. But yeah, that's kind of the H1B argument. Some people are saying it's kind of turning MAGA against each other. Some people are upset with Trump now because he seems to favor immigration. But as people said in the chat, and as Mo said, it's illegal immigration that he doesn't like. But as I always point out, they call people who are seeking asylum illegal immigrants, but technically they're not illegal. So it's going to be interesting whenever he tries to...
Yeah, no, you can't compare those to the H-1 visas, though. Because listen, and if anybody else has tried to move to another country, and I was going to do like temporary residence in Canada a while back, bro, let me tell you something. Good luck trying to be an American, even with my skill sets and my fucking certifications, trying to go to any other country. bro, they will run you through the fucking ringer and find a way not to accept you. They don't want Americans. You know what I mean? So, like, why can't we just be so selective? That's always my argument, you know?
Well, I mean, it's not just these high-end jobs or these coding jobs that the H-1B visas are being used for, too. They looked it up to see what all the H-1B visas are mostly used for, and a lot of them were gas station attendants. And even here in Indiana, I don't know where it is, how it is where you guys live, but all of our gas station attendants are Indian, and every gas station.
Yeah, you know the funny part about it is that they don't pay well, and that every person I know, whether they're white, black, anything, they're like, dude, I could just sit home, collect money from the government. And that, again, that's like the bullshit, lazy mindset.
I don't know. That doesn't last
advantage of
forever.
that. It lasts long enough.
You can't get unemployment unless you work for 40 hours a week for like a year and a half or a year or something like that. And then once you do get unemployment, it only lasts for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, for unemployment. But I'm saying you can claim poverty, show bad numbers, you can get government assistance, food stamps. It's not just unemployment. Unemployment if you had a job. I'm saying that people that have nothing, trust me, maybe it's different in Indiana, but New York, maybe that's why the blue people love it here.
Yeah, here
because it's so fucking easy. It's so easy to fucking be lazy and get fucking paid more than someone like me would make working a bullshit job for 40 hours a week, and that's fucked.
But everything's more expensive in New York too, but you do get more help from the government in New York. Jay says, I don't believe anything Tucson says. He sues people. I bet if someone kicked it, all right, man, relax, folks. Relax.
Tucson, man, you gotta make some friends, bro. What the fuck? I'm your only friend, Tucson.
Why are people freaking out about the drones? It's just military drones, training, testing, and they can't talk about it. Why would they test over New Jersey? That doesn't make sense to me personally. I mean, and if they were doing that, why don't they have a cover story? They're just gonna train over this huge population with no cover story and be like, we don't know what it is. That's hard for me to believe, but you might be right. Maybe they just, I don't know, maybe they decided to just hope that nobody notices it because there's so many planes that fly around anyway and other people have drones, so you might be right. Only state that can't pump your own gas. Is there a state where you can't pump your own gas?
Jersey?
Is it really?
Yeah, I think it's Jersey. Because I drove through it, and I think it's Jersey. I always get yelled at.
Are they afraid somebody's gonna like spray the ground with gas and set it on fire or something?
I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is.
That's weird. Drones keeping an eye on the gas stations. Is this what happened in Stropty? If they have to defeat the USA, why not test out over New Jersey? I mean, I guess that would be the place to go, right? Rob says Mo was correct. Tucson hates immigration labor, but earns his living by suing people. Apparently.
Another reason to be nice to Tucson, man. Listen, you don't want to defame that guy.
Yeah, I didn't know he was suing people like that. I gotta be careful what I say to him next time I use a gift.
Bro, nothing slanderous from my mouth against Tucson. I love Tucson. I need a T-shirt that says I love Tucson.
I'm sure they're out there too. Then he says if it was just training, they would say it's training. I think they would say that, or they would give us a cover story. Nobody talks about Area 52 anymore. I thought it was Area 51. Let's get that Storm Area 52 day going again. It was Area 51, right? You're in the whole wrong area, Dan K. Be careful. Make sure you go with a map or with somebody who knows where they're going. That's the wrong area. Area 51, I'm pretty sure. All right, we have some topics to talk about in crypto and gaming, but we're running out of time.
Yeah, I do have to leave at 5:59 on the dot, so...
All right, yeah, so let's go ahead and head out. I did want to let you guys know about this announcement from Illuvium. I think the link is down in the description so you can check it out yourself. They are partnering up with Virtuals, which I think is crypto that pumped really hard recently, and they are creating NPCs with AI. They have their own autonomous decision making, and it's going to enhance gameplay and interactions. And I know a lot of people in the VeVe community were big into Illuvium a couple years ago, and maybe they are doing this right before the bull run because they want to use that to help their crypto pump again. I don't know. It's kind of exciting little bit of information there, and there's a video that goes along with it as well, so check out the tweet down below that I have linked. My chat is in the wrong spot so you can't really see it. I'll fix that right now. And Mo, what you got going on this week?
That's about it, man. Just gonna like I said, a lot of horse racing, finish unpacking, getting my life situated, and then next week, man, back in full force, so let's get a good show. I appreciate chat though, man. It was a good time as always, and I will get you guys on the flip.
Yes, thank you everybody in the chat for hanging out with us and for participating in the chat. And if you're just watching, I appreciate you as well. We'll be back again next Tuesday Dane says I should just stay live and watch Mo's race live. Why don't you guys go to Mo?
Well, we have 2 hours. Yeah, just go to my Twitch or my Kick, and we'll be there in 2 minutes.
And you can get all those links by going to MoKnowz's Twitter account, which is linked down in the description. Go over to his description. You'll get the link to his stream. You'll be able to check it out that way. I'm definitely going to be live on Sunday for Sunday's drop. There's a lot of chasers to that drop, although it's kind of a weird IP. I think it's going to be a drop worth going for. It's only 15 bucks. Make sure you get the right one. Don't get scammed. That's good advice.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Everybody have a good week. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.
Yep. Later, homies. The stream. I think Arcade Mike. Think about that. Saw him in the chat. He usually goes live around this time. On Sundays. Sorry, that's tomorrow. My bad. All right, so you can see that
you're still here.
Johnny Dunn will be on the floor.
Oh, you're expecting a teaser for the next VeVe drop? Well, we don't have that kind of money. We expecting Sam Jackson show up with an eye patch and a saucy little leather number? Go.